19 years old.
I'm 17 years old.
I'm 18 years old.
19 years old.
17 years old.
19 years
and
old.
I'm 16 years old.
Namaste, I'm Atulya Pandey from Kathmandu, Nepal.
From Northern Ireland.
From Azerbaijan.
United States of America.
From Cyprus.
Nigeria.
From Finland. South Africa.
From Beijing, China.
And I'm from Argentina.
From the United Arab Emirates.
From Colombia.
From Mauritius.
From Japan.
And I'm from Libya.
Well, if I must be honest with you, some people have lost faith in the leaders because over the years they've not really seen changes.
I basically represent the frustrated youth of my country as well as many of the developing nations.
We are working on the ground and we are the change that we want to see.
Activism for me is about communication and establishing relationships and networks so people can come together.
As someone from a very developed country like Japan, I see that we need to help people in developing countries.
It is very unrealistic for you to suddenly expect us as young people to grow into adulthood and take up responsibilities effectively if you don't involve us now.
It's good for us to start now to lay the foundation for what will happen when we take over from you.
The Road to Davos is a project that focuses on getting young people from all over the world to get together and talk about what they think are the challenges or the issues facing them as young people in the world. And those issues are then taken forward to the World Economic Forum and presented to the world leaders.
What's different about this forum is that the age group, it's young people of a young age, an age where we're not considered to be active.
What actually links us is the fact that we're all activists in our own right. Some people may be doing more than others, but the bottom line is we have a vision for the world. That's what unites us.
Welcome to the Our Future, Our Activism, Your Challenge Youth Forum 2008. And I'm very pleased to be sending you this message at the start of what I'm sure will be an extremely exciting week on the road to Davos. You've been selected to represent your communities. And whether you're involved in youth parliaments or in taking practical steps to combat the effects of climate change, you've already shown courage, commitment, conviction, and I thank you for what you've done.
We want to acknowledge your present activism and help you get a greater context for that activism. A context so that you can speak to power with that activism, because all of you at some stage, whether in Davos, whether in your own local municipality or government, you're going to have to go to people with power and money and make your case. So when you go home, you are richer in all the work that you do. You should leave this place racing to the airport to get home and put some of these ideas into action. And if we've got there...
It's fascinating to bring people who could be role models for other young people together, to empower them, to give them more skills, more vision in how to be activists, so that they can go back to their countries and motivate their peers.
Good discussions, we listened in on a lot of them, and you are getting to grips with what do we really want out of this, and we just to reiterate, it's in your hands.
For 5 days we worked constantly, sharing our ideas and experiences.
Take an example of the European Union. They still have their borders on.
Do you think then that because someone is part of a different country that you're going to be more willing to help them?
We're in this world and it's our island, and our family, our global family, is growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
We've had a mixture of talking and doing. The balance of practical activities and intellectual activities has been so smoothly panned out that on the one hand we are talking about climate change, the intellectual side of climate change, and the next hand we're doing an activity of how you can build a tower.
We danced, we debated and we created, planning our future of activism together.
People hear and tremble. Why hear and tremble?
It's a very kind of intense creative experience, I think, and I think it gives huge benefit, and it will keep us going for a long, long time, that dynamic energy. We learn from each other and how to get our voices heard.
No, Alex, I don't care about climate change.
Do you know what life is about? Life is about Mrs. Lee's book report that is due tomorrow, and I haven't even started. That's what's life about. I don't care about melting ice caps. Now, how many people in life around us are actually like this? People that have the I don't care attitude.
Can we take the blue quickly?
Going to the House of Parliament was an out-of-space experience. I was very privileged to meet a lot of people and a lot of politicians and to introduce myself as a young activist.
We actually felt like we were making a difference and that we meant something, because to have someone in power address you and welcome you is a great feeling.
On behalf of the British Council, welcome you all to this evening, and a particular welcome goes to all of our 60 young guests who are with us here this week, during this week, on the British Council's Road to Davos event. People right across the world are no longer prepared simply to receive messages. People want to take part in conversations.
For most of us, the greatest challenge in our activism has been that we haven't been able to make the people in power listen to us. But there at Parliament, we were actually able to speak truth to power and get answers for it.
We ask you to be imaginative, to be passionate, and to be brilliant. I don't think there's any doubt whatsoever that we're going to be able to achieve that. Thank you very much indeed.
I think science is really important because it gets us more and more development.
We can all contribute in our own small ways to help improve this world.
It seems to me that for a planet of approximately 6.5 billion inhabitants, the right thing to do is to get together and try to sort these problems out. We can all make a difference.
Okay, that's good. It's basically our pitch for Davos. We're practicing to how to sell ourselves, how to give the audience the appeal to vote for us tomorrow.
So in other words, on the road to Davos, we're being given 3 minutes on the media to judge the minds of people around the world.
5 seconds have passed. The level of CO2 has just increased by 1% in Mexico City.
1, 2, go. Once upon a time, there was a stereotype.
All of our work from this, 4 days we've been here, have been just minimized to this 3 minutes that they gave us today.
And of course, alleviate poverty to those who do need a lot of food. Okay, that sounded wrong.
Continue.
No, stop.
One more time, okay?
Yeah.
Again? And
We're
press
done! Davos, here we go!
Davos!
It's really hard to involve the people around us, especially young people.
We have to use our cultural differences into our advantage.
Well, what's happening right now is that they are in the rooms trying to deliver their pitch to go to Davos. They are each going to deliver a 3-minute short presentation on why they want to go.
Going to Davos matters because it exposes you to the world. It exposes you to people you've never seen.
Nelson Mandela once said that education is the greatest weapon that we can use to change the world. We are the weapons, and I urge you to educate.
I know that every one of you in here has had a unique moment. That moment that stirred you up inside, that made you want to jump off your seat and go and do something. You know, that memory spurred me to do what I'm doing right now, to become an environmental activist.
We're going to present ourselves to the other 59 young people, and from those presentations, they are going to be the ones that make the choices. They're going to be the ones that are going to vote on who do they think is going to represent them best.
Okay, so the first person is going to be Jason.
To be honest, I really want to go to Davos. To be honest, I really want. Most importantly, I want the voice of the youth. But most importantly,
It's not a matter of young people not having the ideas or leaders not having the ideas, but there's a big gap between young people and leaders that needs to be bridged.